You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnny and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And on Ralph,
Welcome to episode number 315.
315, man. I'm still Greg Popovich this week, man.
I know,
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On X, I'm JON2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Okay, let's get the round of applause out the way. We back another week and all that. Ralph, we gotta talk about it. It happened last night. How are we feeling after the New York Knicks are crowned the NBA champions, NBA Finals champions?
Bittersweet, man.
Yeah,
Because it's such a beautiful story on one side, man. You got a coach that's been bounced around the league. He has championship experience. He has coached two of the greatest players of all time at some point in time in his career, even before coaching the Knicks to this championship. You have a likable cast of characters on one side with Jalen Brunson, Cat, OG Anunoby, with Missouri ties. Um, it's just a franchise that has not had a championship in 53 years. So shout out to the New York Knickerbockers, man, for for winning in 5. You know what I'm saying? The team of destiny. I would say, I guess that's enough. I ain't got no more platitudes.
You ain't got no more to say.
That was nice. That was nice.
I ain't gonna lie, it was.
It was so crazy. I have no problem with the Knicks. Like,
Yeah.
it's just my team that had to lose. That's all it is. It's like when your team is on the other side of 29-point meltdowns and a team that ain't won in 53 years. It ain't just like, we got to talk about this for a long time. Like,
Yeah,
this gonna be one of them we got to talk about for a very long time,
It's
and
true.
it hurts. It hurts being on the other side of the fandom when stuff like that happens.
yeah.
Woe is me.
Hey man, look, I agree. It's been really like I said last week. It's been a really rough road being a New York Knicks fan, but we here, baby. No, just bullshit. But no, congratulations to the Knicks, man. I'm not gonna lie. They had actually the last 2 seasons for them have been incredible. So the fact that they were able to even get back to the Western Conference Finals and then or Eastern Conference Finals, you know what I mean? Eastern Conference Finals, and then win the championship this year. Honestly, they worked their asses off, and like the fact that they were able to come back from deficits in every finals game, I believe, and with one of them being a 29-point deficit and come back and win those games, they absolutely deserved it. They absolutely deserved it. And shout out to Jalen Brunson for getting the MVP. Like it was a really, really hard fought series for them that they earned. Like it wasn't like given to them, like they took it. They took it.
Yeah,
So
no, they did.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
Spurs was playing good until they couldn't play no more. And
Yep.
the finals or the playoffs, inexperience and immaturity, you would say, of some of the plays and things that they made just kind of caught up with them. It happens. Nobody feels bad for the Spurs in the sense of like, oh, they'll be back in a few years. Like everybody's kind of like, just give it to New York now because we know who about to have it in like 2-3 years. Ain't nobody go question it no more.
It's true.
So go ahead.
It's cool. It's cool because like this is the worst that this version of the Spurs will ever be, right? Like they're only going to get better. And I'm going to assume that this NBA Finals for them is like the ultimate learning experience. Like they had opportunities the entire series to win the series, honestly. and it slipped out of their hands, but it can really only go up from here. So I'm definitely interested to see what they look like in the next few years, because they weren't even supposed to be here really this year. Again, they ahead of schedule. Your whole squad is under what, 22, or the average age is 22.
The best players are all under 22.
It's crazy.
22 and under. But I think the thing is, it's just like seeing the Knicks had the stereotypical route, right? They get to the playoffs, something happens. Get to the playoffs, something happens. Get to the conference finals, something happens. Now you get to the finals. That's a team that you can find yourself rallying behind. Yeah. I think it's just the fact that they're New York Knicks. Like, it was hard for America to get behind that. Until Wemby kind of gave them something to cheer against. Like, it was like, oh, okay. And then Knicks fans started jumping niggas in the street. It was weird. Like, it was a weird dynamic. There was no good or bad guy here for anybody to cheer for. It's kind of like, if you didn't really care about the Spurs, all right, cool. You kind of got something to find with New York Knicks. And then if you didn't like how the Knicks was rolling, it was never on the court with them. It was really like their fans that kind of made it horrible for people to enjoy things that we ultimately want you to feel.
True. So yeah, man. Look, it was a great series. Hey, I think the whole playoffs were really good. Yeah. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man.
Yeah, man. Like this. Hey, man. Like, y'all don't understand how my fandom works. All my teams are like good, right? Yeah. Everybody's like competitive or good, and then they get to the championship, and then some major some major stuff happens. Niggas just don't lose. They lose like that. Like, it's like they lost in 5 games, but it was like every game came down to the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
No, like, you know how stressful that is.
For sure. Of course. I guess my last question. Do you think that that's a coaching thing, or do you think that's a player thing as to why the
inexperience goes across everywhere? Like, because you have a first full-time head coach in Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson's our age. Miss Johnson's like 38, 39.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna let you learn in front of everybody. And then most of your players are under 30, the ones that you utilize the most. Mm-hmm. Nobody has real playoff experience except Fox for the most part. That's a starter. And that was mostly like, oh, he had 1 round. You know what I'm saying? Like, 1 round of experience against the Warriors, who ultimately beat them. So it's kind of like, it is what it is. But I expect the GM, I expect the coach, I expect the players to just retool and figure it out over the summer. And, we'll be ready come the fall, man.
Yeah, this time Wemby is going to spend 3 months with the Monks instead of like 1.
Oh, bro. Mm-hmm. He went to the bet that night. Like, as soon as he lost, he went straight to the dojo.
It's a bet, all that shit. He training with Dr. Strange and everybody. Luke Kane, all of them. So, yeah.
You feel me? But nah, man. How you doing, man? I mean, I'm all right. After that, brother.
No, I'm good, man. I'm feeling really good. Kind of on the high. I just completed the first of 3 family reunions that I have this summer. And this is my wife's family, but just kicking with everybody. We had a full weekend itinerary. We had a fish fry on Friday, picnic, and a kickback yesterday on Saturday, and today we had a banquet. So just seeing everybody from out of town and kicking it with people that's in town that we don't get to see that often. It was great. I'm really on the high because it just felt good. You get that good family reunion, everybody mingling and, talking to the elders, you hearing stories and shit. Like, it was great, man. It was great. So, had to cut it short and come give people the content. So here we are.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
So what we doing, off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. Music related, right? Mm-hmm. So it's so many times that we've heard rap songs in particular where, hey man, somebody got up out of here. Somebody got cooked on the mic, right? Yeah. And you be like, hey, man, that wasn't their fault. They deserve another chance. So I'm asking you, give me an example of a rapper that deserves another chance on on a song where they kind of got ate up on, right?
Damn. That's a great question. That is a great question.
Now I have my answer if you're searching for yours.
Mm-hmm.
I think Big Sean deserves a do-over on Control. Because so many like the Control verse became the Control verse, right?
Yeah.
And we forgot that it was really Big Sean featuring Jay Electronica and Kendrick Lamar.
You right.
Kendrick Lamar took everybody's food. He cleared the table. This is mine. I'm this. I'm that. I won't smoke with all of y'all. And we forgot it was somebody else, 2 other people on the song. And the fact that it was Big Sean's song, he has to take responsibility for this. I'm not giving Jay Electronica nothing on this one because it's Big Sean's song. Matter of fact, the song not even on nobody's album. That's how legendary the song is. It was a single. And Kendrick Lamar, as soon as Big Sean heard his name, he should have cut the track and said, "Ah!" and just start rapping, or at least that's what his response should be. But
the remix or something.
Yeah, Big Sean deserves so much more, bro. Like he didn't deserve it. He deserved more. You'll never hear me back up Big Sean. But now I feel bad for him.
He didn't deserve it. You're right. You're right. Because Big Sean verse wasn't bad. Like it was a good verse, but Kendrick came in that.
Kendrick, that damn menace.
Oh my God.
He deserved a better look on that. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But it's like, where else could Kendrick have placed that verse? You think he could have just dropped the verse just because?
No, that verse was supposed to be last. Oh yeah. And then I mean, the song made so much sense. Just control, like I guess how he made the song seem. It didn't feel like that at first until he started rapping. Like it didn't feel like somebody coming for the crown. It didn't feel like that. It just felt like 3 guys that were just amongst the same class rapping. No. Kendrick took that personally.
Man, what? Nah, that's crazy. That is a great answer. That's a great answer. So for mine, maybe this is a bit of foreshadowing for the topics we have, but I think Jay-Z deserves another chance against Eminem.
You think so?
You don't think so? Well, I'm talking about the song Renegade. You don't think Eminem's verses were exponentially better than Jay-Z's on that song?
Exponentially is crazy. So no.
No. Okay.
Like his rhyme, like I think we always say that because Nas said it. Nobody actually feels like, oh, he just got cleaned up and we never want to hear his verse again. No, that's not. It's like Jay-Z's parts are not even forgettable if we're talking about like how it was with Big Sean, right? That's why I don't feel like his verses need to be done. No, I think he just did what he did. And, you know, if you like Eminem's verses better, cool. I'm not here to debate that. I think it's just a good contrast.
A good yes, it is a good contrast. I don't think I think Eminem cleaned Jay-Z up, not to the point where Jay-Z's verses are forgettable, but I do think Eminem's verses are better than Jay-Z's. And I think we all know the story where the song Renegade itself was already created with Royce the 5'9", and then they took Royce's verses off and Jay-Z just, put his verses in with Eminem's already recorded verses. And maybe that plays a part in it because Eminem's was already done. I don't know, but I do think Eminem's verses were better than Jay-Z's. And that's the only answer I can really come up with at the moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. No, that was a dope question though. So for my off the dome, I'm also going music, right? So coming off of my first family reunion of the summer, right? I was thinking about family reunion and Black cookout playlists. We have the staples, your Frankie Beverly's, your Beyonce's and all that, right? But it got me to thinking, like, what songs after the 2010s would you put on family reunion cookout playlists? Like, what artists, what songs would you put on those playlists?
I think doesn't Anderson .Paak got the song California? Whose song is that?
California. How's it go?
In California.
I don't know if there's I know what you're talking about. I don't know if there's Anderson .Paak though. I think that's
one of them. It's one of them. But that's clearly one of the answers.
I like that.
Because ain't too many niggas don't make cookout music no more. Like,
and that's what I was thinking. That's why I was trying to, like, because hearing the music, right? You're mingling, you're drinking, you're eating all that, and you know the usual background music noise, right? You got all the slides and you got your staples, but it's like there's no recent music being played. So I was trying to
Well,
see if we can
I,
think through it.
well, this is the thing. You have to think about songs that are cross generational, despite them and what year they came out, right? So you
Yeah.
got to stop thinking about songs that have groove and tempos. You got to start thinking about trap songs at this point. And I know it's hard for people to realize this, but OT Genesis, Cut It probably works well with the older demographic. You can play that with your aunties and your uncles. You gotta realize a lot of these niggas done got old now. Everybody ain't the big mama that the Greek mama you grew up on, and that's all she listened to. So
That's a fact.
like OT Genesis, like Cut It easily, like get played. Like you
That's
play it around, you can play it around somebody's grandmama right now. It ain't going nowhere.
that's hilarious. I was trying to think of, I guess, like universal music, right? Like a Bruno Mars. You could play 24 Karat Magic, like songs from that album, right? But what about like Miguel? Like I was trying to think of like R&B artists, but you could probably play the Miguel. I think I may have heard Adorn or something at a cookout or something like that.
Maybe Lotus Flower Bomb.
Okay, I like that. That's a good one. I even thought about Redbone by Childish Gambino. I feel like I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, but at that point, you can just play what they want to play. You can play the other stuff. You ain't gotta play nobody cosplaying it. Like that's the thing I have against niggas that make music like that. Like it's hey, that's cool that you did that, but we can just play Ozzy Brothers.
We just play the
like,
actual.
yeah, we just play that. Not to say that when it's like if songs like that creep into the playlist, you just play the original.
I'm not mad at it.
That'd be my point with it. Not to say it won't ever get played. It's just.
But you wouldn't play it. You wouldn't add it to the playlist for the cookout.
Fuck no, because it's like at that point I might as well just play the old school stuff. Like it's like have
Play
it
some
sprinkled
Isaac
in,
Hayes and
but
shit,
like why I gotta put that in there?
That's funny.
That's me.
So does that mean that? Excuse me. Outside of those few artists that you did name already, there's not a lot of music, a lot of recent music that you would add to the playlist. Like you'd have to really search. Like it's not anything that could really pop out that you can add it.
As a unifying Negro spiritual, you have to think about your intended audience, and what is your intended audience going to be? Like, are you thinking in the form of respectability politics, and you just don't want to play anything with any curse words or anything like that? Like, or are you thinking about like, hey, everybody here is on the same playing field. I can pretty much go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But what if you play like the clean versions?
What they make clean versions after 2010?
Yeah. I think legally they have to. No, it don't matter. Yeah,
I mean, who? Listen, who's gonna go to get the clean versions?
You're not listening to the clean version to Cut It.
Nah, we at that point. Cut it.
if at that point the cookout over,
Listen,
go home.
you can play. Listen, you can clearly play Jeezy for some of these little kids, man. They all right, bro.
That's a fact. That's a
Good nigga, hot Cheeto with a snack on. I guarantee you, a 7-year-old know that right now. What you talking about? Like now, granted, maybe I would go for that. Like I get what you're saying, like get a clean version, but who got time? Who ain't a DJ?
It's right there next to the in your DSP.
Nah,
you got the E, you got the E, you got the explicit, and you got
who's DJ? Is it the actual DJ, or is it just like somebody's cousin, or is it like a responsible dope?
Somebody phone connected
to somebody phone connected to the Bluetooth or the Wi-Fi, and they playing it on YouTube because
right. Look. It's about 3 commercials before the verse end. Like
you can't even play 3 minutes worth of music without playing with a commercial.
Damn, that's funny. That's funny. All of them YouTube ads, but no.
Yeah, all right. But no, people, that was off the dome. If you give a chance for a rapper a chance to redo a verse, I guess they fumbled on the song. Who is it and why?
Yep. And then what song after the 2010s would you add to your cookout playlist? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk? We got a few topics here on the OS news docket for this week. Let's start here first. Not to be so Jay-Z heavy, but hey, stuff be happening, and it happened to have Jay-Z in it, right? So let's try this out first, right? Like Johnny alluded to in our Off the Dome, Jay-Z and Eminem are to reunite on a song. It's actually an interlude on Master Killer's album, if I'm not, yeah. It's like an album with Corrupt and Master Killer, but they got Jay-Z and Eminem on the interlude So for the first time since what 2001,
Mhm.
the two rap titans are getting together to I guess rap together like on such and such. But Johnny, what's your take on this for the first time in 25 years?
Um, I would have been more excited if this wasn't an interlude. Not saying that you can't rap on interludes, which I'm going to hope and assume that they're doing. But I don't know. It being an interlude doesn't excite me as much. Like it's dope that they're getting back on the track, especially on the what Master Killer or
Corrupt and
Corrupt
Massacre. It's like I guess a joint album between them
joint
two.
album. So yeah, like think about those two as rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting Eminem and Jay-Z on an album with them, I think would be phenomenal. But again, it's an interlude, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, are we getting spoken word? We getting raps? We got a
yeah,
fire beat? Like, what is it?
yeah. That is interesting that you said it's an interlude because like most notably, their one and only collab is, well, the most notable collab. They have collabed since then, but it's been like on like songs here and there. I think they did a song with Ti, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if all two or both of them was on, if I'm thinking about it correctly. But long story short, for the first time in 25 years, let's just go off what the article says. So since the blueprint, they haven't done anything together, and it's interesting because they are considered rap goats to most people. So for this to be, it kind of seems unceremonious. Like it
Mm-hmm.
should be on somebody's album and not tucked away as an interlude on, with all due respect, Killer and Corrupt. You like maybe like on a Nas album or maybe just on like a DJ Khaled album. These things would make be a more of a splash. But or maybe Jay Z's own album if he's coming out with something this year. You would hope that somebody would have this single, have it as a single or have it, whatever. That's my point.
Maybe this is a prelude to a possible Eminem collaboration on Jay-Z's album. Maybe I don't
It's
know. Like,
it's a it's a possibility.
yeah, I guess I'm with you. I don't understand why this. Well, I do understand because I know both of them are fans of Corrupt Master Killer, and I think
Yeah.
Rakim is a part of this too.
Okay.
So I understand why they would be on this album, on this project, but I don't know. As an interlude though, it just seems like not enough. We ain't heard nothing from it, but it just seems like it's not enough.
Yeah, it's like it's not going to satisfy 25 years of not collabing with each other,
Yeah,
not doing
right.
anything. And I mean, the idea that two rap giants are getting on the song together, and I don't think at this point no one's trying to show that oh, anybody can out rap Eminem. Nobody can do that. Like you're just talking about from the technical aspect. So that's why like I give Jay Z grace on Renegade where most people don't. Like you can't out rap him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, my nigga? Like you're not gonna put together multis and syllables. Like you're not gonna do that with him. You're not gonna out cadence him. You're not gonna do anything like that. Do what makes you great, and then you can go, and then you just let people disseminate that how they want to. But I think it's dope. Like I mean, listen, our elder statesmen only do is get older. Like and they're not elder statesmen to us because those are artists. Like
It's
elders,
what we grew up on.
this is
Yeah.
what we grew up on. So we have a tendency to want to hear everything that they do. So I'm, we'll see.
And the fact that they both, I know Jay-Z has been outside as of late and
Mhm.
got the tour coming up and all that, or the shows coming up, but both of them have been relatively quiet on the rap front
Yeah.
recently. So the fact that they're popping out at all on a track together, well, on an interlude together, is just it's always gonna be hype for because you got two of rap's biggest artists ever like together. So it's always gonna be something there. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, moving on to the next, which is in the circle of Jay Z. He announced two more shows.
Mm.
Two. You have a Paris show and you have a LA show. So both stadium tours. I mean, well, both stadium shows, I should say. It's not a stadium tour. Johnny, what you got to say for Jay Z popping out with two more shows to add to this stadium tour?
Hey, Jay-Z, just gonna drop all the dates, bro. Like, come on. Like, don't give us breadcrumbs. Like, we need the full tour list, the full tour schedule,
Mm-hmm.
so we can all decide where we coming to the concert at. I need to know. All this shit is too short form right now. It's too soon of notice for me to try to go to LA, especially during World Cup time, to try to come see you.
World Cup, World War time. Hell,
That's
cup.
all world activities. Like I'm cool. Like
Hey,
I need to strategically plan this out. So just go and drop all the tour.
What happened? Hey man, don't nobody like Jay-Z. In this stadium. It's only open in New York. Like let's see the goalpost move now.
you know it is, right?
Oh,
you know
listen,
it
like
is.
it's in it's in Paris. I mean, listen, Paris is still a huge market, and I think that's a soccer stadium that hold more than like what we used to.
Yeah, facts.
He doing the same stadium his wife did.
Hold on. Gunshots.
I don't care what you gotta say. Niggas like to say, "Oh, he would be big with Beyonce." Well, hey, why do you marry somebody? I don't know. Like, I don't know. If your woman can't help you level up, I don't know what the supposed to tell you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all marry losers. Maybe that's what it is. You're married to a loser.
Word. Look, I just looked it up, right? So Jay-Z's concert in France is at the, and forgive me, French people, Stade de France.
Mm-hmm.
It is a soccer stadium, like Ralph mentioned. The maximum capacity is 80,698. That's individuals. That's people.
Who can't go there?
Come on now.
Who ain't going there?
Come on.
He wouldn't put his name out there if he couldn't sell those tickets there. So trust me.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And then we doing SoFi too. Like, hey man, I just want people to be, just put some respect on his name. That's all I'm saying. Your favorite can't do that. Watch your mouth. The only person that might be able to do that is Eminem, and Eminem don't like niggas. He don't like y'all. He don't want to be in front of y'all like that. He like rapping, but he don't want to tour. But Eminem is probably the only one. I don't want to hear none of that other stuff. Ye, we already know Ye different.
Well, yeah,
and we already put that. We already know because he said he pulling up the SoFi. He did 2 nights in a row. Jay-Z ain't did that now. And then Jay-Z need time. Kanye said, I'm pulling up next week.
Look,
70.
Sold out twice.
70. Like twice, back to back.
Sorry, we could do Paris, and we could do LA. That's cool.
Yeah,
let's drop the dates. But I'm saying we need to know the rest of the dates though. Like, just don't give us 2 dates at a time. Like,
I think he's just doing spot dates, and that's okay. Like, just say that's what it is, bro. Because, like, trust me, there are only so many rappers that can hold a stadium's worth of attention, because stadiums require so much.
Yeah. Like,
and Jay-Z is such a minimal type of performer. We ain't expecting him to come out there and fly.
None of that.
Like background dancers, like, you know what I'm saying? The state, like, this ain't Beyonce, this ain't Chris and Usher, this ain't none of, like, this ain't Bruno, this ain't Taylor Swift. Yeah. Taylor Swift can't dance, but somehow she got a stadium worth of people because she got a whole stage show. Yeah. So that's where it's reluctant to put rap on that type of scale. When you talking about putting them in stadiums, it's possible, but who's the only performer that can do it? Yay. And I know nobody wants to say that. He's the only one.
We seen it.
But he's the only rapper outside of Kendrick. Even Kendrick needed help. That cares about his stage show. That cares about a full-on production. He performing on top of a globe, bro. Ain't nobody else go do that.
That's a fact.
On top of a globe, and then he got the type of songs you would want to hear from a nigga that's on top of a globe. Like,
that's true. That's true. In the stadium. That's the same discussion we had about J. Cole when his tickets dropped. Like, for him to be able to move into stadiums, he would need some type of stage show. Like, I don't mean him just having the roof from his childhood home that he raps sitting on top of. Like, it has to be more than that. It has to be dancers. It has to be pyrotechnics. It got to be a lot of shit. There got to be a lot of shit to keep you entertained.
Kendrick is the only one from this school that would do any of that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
That's
true.
why he was able to do it too. Now, granted, he had SZA on there, but still, it didn't matter. Yeah. He brought more. I think he brought just as much, if not more, to the stage production and the concert than most rappers would. Than his counterparts would.
So, okay, going back to Jay-Z, right? So I already thought or figured that him headlining the Roots picnic is him just getting back into performing shape.
Yeah.
And even with the show, the 3 shows that he has in New York, I thought that was also part of the process. But it seems like he's adding more spot dates to possibly prepare for a tour. So do you really think a tour is coming now, or do you think it's just only the 30th anniversary, just spot dates?
I think it's just spot dates because a tour would be too grueling for him. I think like a Jay-Z solo tour at this conjuncture, I think would be a lot to ask. I'll be honest. Like in and out every city, and the difference between him and most pop stars. Well, Jay-Z's not a pop star, so him putting out new music is the catalyst to even getting into stadiums, right? That helps like your stadium tours, stay, I guess, relevant, right? Nobody would go see Chris Brown again, I guess, if he didn't have the Brown album plus Usher.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense.
Got you. And then, so my final question on this, and this is something that kind of just popped in my head. Do you think potentially, if there is new music, a tour coincides with Beyonce's Act 3? Like, do you think there's like a joint tour with Jay-Z new music and then Beyonce Act 3, whatever that is?
That's a great question. Pretty much another On the Run tour. I'm good on. I'm good. It's either I'm coming for one or the other. I don't want y'all work. I don't need that.
both.
I don't need both.
That's
like because I'll go see Beyonce because if Act 3, I feel like this will be the last one. So if this is my last time to see that, I'm gonna go see that.
Yep.
But I think with Jay, like I don't want to see another On the Run tour. Like it was great. It was done when it was done correctly. I mean, I thought it was done efficiently, and good when they did it On the Run too.
Okay.
But I didn't see the first tour. But what I saw was great. Like how that was around the time they made the Carter's album. So it's like, all right, we got our few little songs that y'all like together. Then we got our own catalog, and then we got 1 or 2 songs from this joint album that I think y'all like, but we go perform it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's just the thought I just had because. Look, we don't know when, but we know Act 3 is coming. It's coming at some point, and I'm going to assume it's going to be within the next 12 months. And Jay-Z just he looked like he getting back in shape for something. So
that's possible.
I think, just conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat and all that.
Nah, I like that, man. But hey, I'm glad you said that because the tinfoil hat never gets a rest when you're talking about the Carters, right? Facts. So Jay-Z done stored up the pot with the Griselda niggas. And now we got another thing to blame Jay-Z for. So apparently, Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, and Conway the Machine are beefing over the Griselda name. I believe it was Westside who they had like a sit down with Jay-Z about something, and Jay-Z alluded to the idea that, hey, maybe you guys should split the name like evenly. That sounds fair, right? But we don't know the inner workings of what Griselda is, and now they're beefing with each other. I think it was Conway the Machine that put out a new freestyle addressing a lot of the things that went on behind the scenes. So, Johnny, what are you here to say about, I guess, Griselda, their inner beef, their inner turmoil, and then Jay-Z stirring the pot like he always does?
I'm gonna be honest. I thought they all own this shit. I thought all of them was equal partners already. I just the way that they came out, it like they were so tight and close knit. I thought all of them were, I thought they owned it as a collective.
Yeah.
But clearly that's not the case. This kind of feels like the JBP breakup. And it's crazy that Maul is the one that kind of broke the news on this. Like really, that's what we doing? Is that what we doing? I don't know, man. So it sounds like Conway and Benny are not owners of the name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of think that they should be because I think the 3 of them collectively are like they're what we know as the Griselda brand, and each of them individually and cohesively push that brand together. Like the 3 of them are the reason we know about Griselda. So I don't understand why I don't understand why Westside Gunn would not want to, cut them in as owners because the three of them collectively are the reason that we know Griselda. Like they are the brand. They are the brand. The three of them.
Yeah. I agree. They are the brand, right? But hey, what do you know about business, right? You never do business with friends and family. That's what they say.
I know.
But the idea that West Side was the one that kind of, did everything when it came to the business side. Not to say that the other two didn't contribute, but it's just looking at I guess, like the evidence of fact, and that's that you kind of see here in the article. It kind of leans heavily to West Side Gun being the architect, being the person that honestly I would say put on for them the most. Now, who you want to say is the better rapper, that's up to you. But to say here and say that West Side the least like he's not the best rapper of the three. He's not even close. Yeah. But them Angel Where Hermes and all them other damn that was him. You know what I'm saying? Was it the Devil Wears Prada 4 or something? It was always something.
Ayo.
It was something. You know I ain't lying.
That's crazy. No, that's funny. The Devil Wears Prada. It was some Hermes shit. It was
Hermes. Like, I mean, listen, I like some of them albums, but it was like that was the West Side was the one putting on. He the one out here getting like the Griselda shoe collabs. He out here at the WWE events. Like it's him. Like,
oh wait. He has a series called Hitler Wears Hermes.
Hitler Wears Hermes. Okay, see, I knew it was something.
Part 8 came out in 2021.
See? You don't listen. Okay, yes, exaggerations exist when I start talking, but listen, it wasn't too far from the truth.
That's fucking crazy. And I like some of them albums. And then You Pray for Me. I remember that was a good album. I think Pray for Paris. That came out.
Pray for Paris was dope.
Yeah, that was a good album.
Was dope.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Hey, man, just cut them in. Like, come on. That's why we ain't got no Griselda tracks in a minute. Like, this is why, because motherfuckers is beefing. Man. Conway just put out
Fat Boys break up. Now every day I wake up.
Conway put out an album this year, right? Early this year, with no Griselda features. The last Benny album didn't have no Griselda features. Like, and I think I remember mentioning like something up because they ain't been rapping together. So it's like I don't like it. I don't like it.
And then they were the last to kind of have that gritty New York, East Coast feel that most people from the tri-states and even some people outside of the area appreciate, because I even found myself liking some Griselda stuff. But however, they were they wanted to break out of the box. Benny was the one that had the Proof of Burden album that was kind of pushing commercial success, and I know he even teased the Drake feature that never came from anything, but you hear him rapping on conductor beats all of a sudden. All right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I hate that this is happening, because they were one of the last, groups or movements that we've had. Yep. And now it seems like they fall a victim like everybody else does. The business got in the way.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
They had a Dipset like movement. I know it's not as monstrous as what Dipset is, but it kind of has the same vein, or maybe like a D Block. Like they had like a street movement that people really, galvanized around. It just, I'm not sure what or why, besides the business. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I think they ran the course too. Like sometimes, hey man, the Hitler Wears Hermes is a lot.
eight of them.
8 of them. And I can't tell you the difference between 1 and 8. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think them being at least with me knowing who they are, learning about their music, they were already older individuals, right?
Yes.
But the fact that they were rapping gritty, bringing back the New York sound, I enjoyed it. And I feel like they could have had a longer career as a group or as a label, as a collective. But again, that business always tend to get in the way.
And they were spreading their like wings, where it felt like Griselda was just more than it was actually a record label, because I know they had Bodie James. Bodie's from Detroit, like he's not from Buffalo. Yep. Like I think it was somebody else on the label too. But I wanted to ask you this: do you think that some rappers can be a victim of being too consistent? Right?
Too consistent?
Yeah. Like when I say too consistent, I mean like somebody that they feed their base. but they
Mhm.
don't care about anything else. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But the model of your consistency only feeds, maybe the corner of the internet that likes you, right? Because how many times have we come on here and talked about Ransom, Don Trip,
Yeah.
people like that, like Currency to to take the conversation even further, or now Griselda, right? They are so consistent that they are only within this box, and nothing's wrong with being in the box because those are the people that's gonna buy tickets, buy merch, come to your shows, listen to your music. Does that? Do you think that's necessarily a bad thing?
I think that's only an issue if you are early in your career.
Okay.
Like, I think it's great to feed your fan base. Like, because I think about artists like Tech Nine, right?
Yeah.
Tech Nine has been one of the most consistent rappers like ever. Now, when he first came out, I'm going to assume that he was trying to make hits and trying to be mainstream and try to appeal to a broader audience, right?
Yeah.
But as his career progressed, he found his niche. He found his people. He found his audience. And all he's done since then is cater to them. And I think that has paid dividends for him specifically in his career. Now, Griselda, again, with them being, well, I think they were newer artists when they first came out with 2018, 19-ish.
Mhm.
Even though they were already older, they were still early in their rap career.
Yeah.
So, and again, like you mentioned, Benny was trying to, slide over to the mainstream.
Yeah.
I think had he like stuck with that, he maybe could have really, really broke through. But with them being early artists and then feeding their fan base so much in the early part of their career, I think that's what hurt them. I think that hurt them.
Yeah.
Now, if they were able to continue, just feed your fan base, because
Yeah.
that's where the bread and butter is going to come from.
Yeah, that's the thing with rappers. It's hard for them to take on somebody outside of where they're from, right?
Mhm.
Because rap is such a cultural thing, even with the subcultures. Like, I don't expect somebody from Memphis to speak to somebody that's from Bronx, like in a certain way, in certain lingo.
Mhm.
So that's why it's tough to break through to other
Yeah.
markets. Like when you're just uniquely yourself and you're uniquely this person from this place. And these are my experiences. That's what rap is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be popular music to the sense that everybody gets it. That's
Yeah.
why it's so tough to make rap stars. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're always going to speak about a unique perspective.
True.
So
That's true.
so it's like when you trying to make these new stars out of, like certain places is gonna be tough. And then in a record industry that has kind of moved on from that, they look for just anybody to make rap songs. And it doesn't matter if it's unique to Pittsburgh or unique to Orlando. It's like there's no boundary. There's no regionalism, and I think maybe that's a different conversation.
Yeah, and I was actually just about to ask that. Do you think being too regional can hinder you in your career?
No,
No.
because I think too regional. It's not feeding your fan base. It's just a regional thing. Like I
Mhm.
think, like say it's somebody from Memphis that raps, they can appeal to somebody from Texas, Arkansas, some parts of Louisiana, because all that stuff is cultural, even though it's in the same regions, different states, and different dialects. But it's just a way of living that people would understand.
Right.
So that's why somebody from Philly can appeal to somebody from Connecticut. And, just that that whole circle. So
Right.
I think being too regional is not necessarily a bad thing. I think just when it's kind of I don't know where we go with this conversation, but it's just like I hate for songs like to kind of lack substance.
Got
Because
you.
if you lack substance, anybody can just make a rap song.
Yeah. Nah.
Because even if the substance is, liquor, women, drugs, okay, there's still a regional thing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still it's a way that you approach a woman here that you wouldn't approach a woman in Miami. It's a way
Right.
that you approach a woman
Yeah.
here that you wouldn't approach them in San Diego. It's just different.
Yeah, you can make so a rapper from each of those areas can make the same exact song, but it's gonna sound different.
different.
It's gonna sound so different.
Exactly.
So yeah, nah, I got you.
Yeah.
But
But
man, pay them. Ain't no West Side.
West Side Pay. But I'm glad you pointed out something, right? Because we were trying to figure out, like, well, who's their target audience? And then this question kind of, extends itself to our next topic. Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Rhapsody announced a new album called God Got an Afro and Gold Hoops. Shout out to our queen Rhapsody, man. And it's a new single. So I haven't been able to hear it. I think Johnny has. So let's talk about, I guess, anticipation for that. And since Johnny's heard the single, I want to hear his thoughts on it. And then we got to ask the question: who Rhapsody rapping for?
Yeah, man. I seen she tweeted it. I seen she posted it on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, Rhapsody. I ain't heard from her in a minute.
Yeah.
So I went to Apple Music, added added the album. I think it come out in August.
Okay.
I think. But and then I saw that one of the single was ready. So I turned it on, listened to it. And it's look, I love it. The beat is fire. She rapping her ass off as usual. And the song is called God Got an Afro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a dope concept. I've heard people have the discussion like, what if God was a woman, things like that, which I think is an interesting conversation, but we'll say that for another day. But it got me to thinking, like, who is this song for? Because it's like with Rhapsody, she's a rapper. She's a rapper. She's not a female rapper. She's a rapper. She doesn't talk about the things that, let's just say, like a Cardi B or a Lotto or any of those type of rappers talk about. Like, she's a rapper's rapper. But I don't know if the culture wants to hear those types of raps from a woman. And I could be speaking out of turn, but I guess I'm trying to really understand who's really gravitating toward the music that Rhapsody makes. And I just wanted to bring that discussion here and have it with my brother. So what, I guess from there, like, who do you think, let's just speak to this album itself, right? Who do you think this album would be for, understand or listening to the title or the name of the album?
Well, without making a joke here, it's definitely for people that aren't searching for mainstream music.
Okay.
I'll just say that, right? Rhapsody is, like you said, a rapper's rapper. Her content is different.
Mm-hmm.
It may be worded different, but it's still talking about real life struggles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, most notably, we can't separate her too much from like a Cardi or whatever, because she talk about fucking married niggas on her song. So it's kind of like, it is what it is, But that's her story. It's how she articulates it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't come across as catchy or anything that's like, anything like that. So that's why you put Rhapsody in such a different bucket, because she's such a great wordsmith.
Yeah.
So, and I think age has a thing to do with it too. Rhapsody is not young, so I think that despite her being such a great artist, what I'm saying, nobody's taking that away from her. Age plays a factor into it. How people view you, unfortunately, is being measured against her, which I hate. But we're just away from the spectrum of women that look a certain way, and rap being there. They're only going to be pushed a certain way. Like Young Miami song, nobody wants an album from Young Miami, but Spin That is a huge song.
It is.
And I mean, well, at least in social media space, maybe even on the radio. But you're not gonna get that same push from a Rhapsody song, and it's gonna sound 10 times better.
True. True. And it'll have more substance also. Like, it's not gonna be catchy. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm anticipating. Like, I love Rhapsody as an artist. I love her albums. I'm always excited to hear new music from her. I guess it's just in the grand scheme of things, I'm just thinking, like, I feel like we're versatile in the type of music that we listen to. I don't even mean like just outside of rap, but even in the type of rap that we listen to, right? We're versatile. We listen to a lot of different forms of subgenres of rap. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out where the pinpoint in her audience is. Like, I've never been to a Rhapsody show. I would love to go. I don't know if she's ever come to St. Louis, but I would love to go, especially just to see like who's in attendance. You know, like what type of person is there? Um, do
You
you
know,
think
like the type of people is gonna be there.
do do I? I feel like I'd be surprised.
Rhapsody is 43, so let's just put that out there.
Oh,
Like age
the
concern.
heads, the heads,
Oh, the salt and pepper
the
beers, Johnny.
heads.
Come on, stop
Shit,
it, brother.
shit, that's me now. That's me now.
Right, exactly. They got Common B on vinyl at the crib. You know them. You know exactly who they are.
In a frame. In a
Yeah,
frame.
exactly.
Bro, that's funny. That's funny as hell.
Soulquarian fans.
So
They
and
love
look,
the roots.
and that
They love the roots. What you talking?
been to every picnic.
Man,
Look,
what?
this is what I was gonna say. Do you think Rhapsody would benefit from being in a collective like the Soulquarians? Like I feel like she would fit in.
Oh, she
perfectly
missed
with
her
that.
timing. Like, listen, if she was here when D'Angelo,
Man,
Angie
what?
Stone, Jaguar Wright, the Roots, Common, Bilal, like, nigga, you telling me Rhapsody went cook in that? Rhapsody was fucking cook,
She
brother.
could bring the Soulquarians 2.0. Like she
Man,
could bring the new.
what?
Go
You
get
already know the
Miguel.
type of. You
Go get
already
some
know.
people.
Her and Jasmine Sullivan should just do like an album together.
Come
like,
on,
her,
man.
like something like that.
Let
Like,
let Miguel do background vocals.
man,
Let's do
what? I'm
some.
telling. Listen, you gotta get the Shea Butter crew back together, man.
Oh
You
God,
she needs some. All right, Lennox, like she needs something. Like,
man, hold on. We are literally putting together a collab album right now because that sounds fire.
I'm trying to think of like maybe get like a Dante Hitchcock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put him in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who else like a Isaiah Rashad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm cooking, brother. Like,
This is fire. This is fire. Oh no, Rock Nation, whoever it is, y'all need to holler at us because we need to do this. We need to put this together because that would be fire.
Ironically, Rhapsody is Rock Nation
I think
as
so.
far as management. So
Yeah.
it's just like the Griselda. So it's like I don't know what's going on. And then I mean, but like all in all, like Rhapsody, we've always sang the praises of Rhapsody, and we always kind of was like, well, she deserves more.
Yeah.
And I undoubtedly think that is true. But it's hard to kind of break through what people already have this perception of you, and you can't help what, not to say the masses won't, but you see what they applaud for. Do you think Rhapsody deserves that applause? Absolutely, but no, she doesn't. She doesn't need their applause either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, man. Look, I'm looking forward to the album when it drops. I already got it pre-saved on my phone. I done listened to the single like 30 times. So shout out to Rhapsody, man. Looking forward to the new music.
Yeah. Shout out to Rhapsody, man. But let's get up out of here on the blurred segment. A fun topic, I would definitely say. So it's so many times that we watch something and a character has so much aura. So what the kids say, aura, like aura fills the screen and oozes off. It's not necessarily always about the villain and if he actually wins about it. This is just really if the character, whoever we're talking about, protagonist or antagonist, has true charisma, aura that shines through the screen.
Yeah, man.
So Johnny, I don't know who we aura forming for today. Who you defending that says they got all this aura on screen?
It's like it's easy to go with the low hanging fruit. You got your Thanoses, hell, you even got your Lokis, right? But I think I want to start with Darth Vader. You think Darth Vader has like crazy aura? Because I feel like, look,
yes.
First of all, Darth Vader is nothing but voice and intimidation. He has no facial expressions. He has his deep breathing, and when he all he has to do is stand there. He got this helmet on. He got all this black. He got a cape. Look like he about to fly away. All of it. He just stands there, and all he has to do is just say something and force choke you. That's it. That's all he need to do. He needs very minimal effort when it comes to what the kids call aura forming.
Yeah. You know what? I like that because Darth Vader didn't have a lot of squabbles. He got squabbles.
Yeah.
He get out there with you.
Yeah.
Dance with you. You know what I'm saying? I got the lightsaber. I got the red lightsaber. What's up? What's happening?
What's happening?
But nah, he definitely had the voice, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and then, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he had the, I guess, the dark force, just, get up out of here.
That's what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying.
saying? So I like
Very,
that.
very, very minimal effort when it comes to anything. Honestly,
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay in the Disney family. So
Okay.
since you went Darth Vader, I'm gonna go Scar from Lion King. Peak
Okay.
aura, goddamn. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Okay.
Like, be prepared. That might be one of the best
Be
songs. Man, what? Might be the best song. I might stand on that.
prepared.
I might stand on that hill and die. I don't care about Hakuna Matata. Be prepared. No, but like Scar, like Mufasa's brother, like he didn't care about none of that. Like whatever he got on the screen, it was him. Long live the king. Fuck out of here. Like, yo.
That's funny as hell, but it's true. You're right.
Listen, anytime he got on the screen, when you seen that orange lion, that burnt orange lion come on the screen, you knew what time it was.
Prancing on the screen and shit. I don't think Scar ever ran. He just pranced.
And then it's like the voice, like he had that English voice, like I'm him. Like I don't care about none of that.
You don't need to talk to me. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
I'm with you. All right, I feel that. I feel that. Ooh. Okay. My next one comes from one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, right?
Okay.
I'm going Neo from The Matrix. And this is after he learned that he can, get all his abilities and shit. This is not Neo in the beginning. This is not Morpheus. It's not that Neo. It's not that Neo. It's not that Neo. This is after, I know Kung Fu. This is after that. This is after that. Listen, man, anybody, I don't care if you're in the Matrix or not, anybody that can stop bullets and his the Matrix lean back has been copied in cinema ever since 1999. It's the most aura form shit that I've ever seen. Like it's pop culture at this point. Like it's not just cinema, it's pop culture. It's been done in cartoons, movies, like anything. So Neo, ultimate aura former. Ultimate.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going for the low hanging fruit. You can't say Neo, and I cannot say John Wick.
John Wick. Oh man, what? Come on.
John Wick. bro did all this because they killed his dog, and it's been up since. Like we don't had a whole world because somebody just wanted to get out of pocket and kill somebody's dog. And anytime he pulled off, like he got like he had the swim, he had the thing. I keep that thing on.
When I knew John Wick had the most aura in the first film, when I forget my man's name, but he called the shop, the car shop owner, and was like, "You struck my son. Why?" Because he stole John Wick car, and dude was like, "Oh," and then hung up. That's when I knew it was up. I knew it was up ever since then. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. No, John.
Yeah, it's like you ain't got it. So certain people ain't got to say that. John Wick.
John Wick was fire. John Wick was fire. I don't know, man. I have to go with more low hanging fruit, and I'm going to the Marvel franchise. And I think this person has the most aura out of everybody. I'm talking even over Thanos, because we've seen 12 plus years of it. From the moment Tony Stark said, "I am Iron Man," nothing but aura form. We've had several films where all he had to do was put on a new suit of armor and just defeat the day. The man in the first Avengers took a missile into space with nothing but just parts that he built out of his shop. In every film since then, he just improved on his armor to the point where he went toe to toe with Thanos. We have a human going toe to toe with Thanos that has several Infinity Stones on his hand at that point. Nothing but pure aura from Tony Stark. He was again, you got to remember, I know he was a genius, but it's still just a man. He's fighting all kind of space creatures. He fought Ultron. He fought a superhuman computer robot. Think about everybody that Tony Stark went up against. Again, this man is human. I understand he has the tech on him, but this is just a human man. He went toe to toe with Captain America and his best friend. They was putting the paws on him. They put the paws on him. We seen it.
I'll never forgive them for that.
It happened though.
I know.
It happened.
I'll never forgive them for that.
The man took his own heart out of his chest and he crawled and replaced it. That's horror for me, bro. He did that.
Peak Iron Man auras when at the beginning of Infinity War when he was fighting the guys at the beginning, he just hit the side of his frames and that
come on, man.
the nanotech. I was like, okay,
man, come on.
All right.
From his glasses.
From his glasses, he just tapped. Or when he was fighting who was he fighting in Civil War? He was fighting Black Panther. And he had to look,
bro.
He was fighting Bucky or something, and he shot him in his glass. He said, "Hey."
It's too many instances, bro. It's too many instances.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is like, come on, man. Ultimate oral former, bro. Too many instances.
I got one. I think you gonna like this one, bro.
Yeah.
The one. There's only gonna be one blade.
Hey, talk.
There's gonna be one blade.
Talk.
Now, we can talk about how his movies progressively got worse. Hey, it is what it is. Blade 2 was not a bad film. Blade Trinity, guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah.
But Blade has peak aura. Think about the first time you seen him. The first time in a rave, bloodbath, vampires going crazy. About to go do a number on this man. They about to run a train on this young man. He had nothing for them. And then you just see the blood stuff cut off, and then you see a man with the floor length leather came here to wreck shop.
Fire.
Peak.
Fire.
Like nothing will ever be bigger than Blade. Like nothing. Just that moment. I don't know if anybody could ever get introduced in a moment where it's like peak aura like that ever again.
That's a fact.
And we done watched a lot of movies since 1998. I ain't seen not one introduction of villain, hero, anti-hero, bad bitch. It don't matter. Nobody has ever entered our lives with that much aura on them. We ain't never seen that. Like, I'm trying to think of one that rivals that in a movie.
Shit, I'm trying to think too. I don't
know
if I can. I don't
know. Nothing ever beats Blade's entrance into our lives.
Right.
What's the movie in our lives? I've never seen that before. Like, we done had some doozies. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's one that just really like it explains like, okay, this man came here. It's like, okay, he's the force that we need to worry about in this movie theater, in this movie. And at any point, no matter when they took all this, the blood out of his system, he got all weak and he needed to feed. We never thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah.
I never felt like that when I watched it.
Even when even one of the movies, was it the first one he was on doing dialysis and shit? Didn't he get like a wasn't he get like a blood transfusion or something? Something was happening. I forget which one.
It was, yeah. Nah, they were trying to take his blood for the blood guy, and then they were draining the blood. And dialysis is crazy.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Blade, pulling up like that, peak.
That's funny. Hey, that's fire. I don't know if I can top that. I don't know if I can top that.
I don't know if there's anybody else. Like, I mean, there are other opportunities to talk about aura, but it's just like Blade.
Blueprint aura form, especially if we're talking about not even just comic book film, but just film and period. Just film period. Yeah.
He came on the scene like he was Indiana Jones or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like
fire. Hell, even in Deadpool and Wolverine, when he walked into the cave and shit, he walked in with aura in. Like, just even though we would see that scene would have been even more effective had we not known that he was going to be in the film. Like, but we knew he would be in the film, so it didn't have that much effect. But still,
we've never seen that across any other superhero film, any other film.
Facts.
We had plenty of X-Men films after that because that's when obviously everybody gives credit well, not everybody, but everybody should acknowledge that Blade was the beginning of modern superhero films.
Yeah.
Where we were able to take this with a darker tone and people take it serious.
Yep.
Cool, but
Yep.
I don't know. And we've been getting a lot of movies, a lot of good movies. You know what I'm saying? Like even mid to upper tier, to where it just doesn't feel like we've had that type of aura. And we've had better films than Blade come along, but even them, I don't know if they took the. I don't know. Maybe it was a '90s thing. It just doesn't feel like they took the time to really give us something like that. Just like, hey, this character's cool as fuck.
Yeah, the thing, like it, I feel like with modern movies, they just try to almost rush the main character onto the screen. It's like they take a lot of time explaining what the plot is in the beginning, and then now the character is being ushered in. Like it's just I don't know.
Well, I think in the '90s they didn't insult our intelligence, because the thing is with Blade, it wasn't an origin story. It was just a film that centered around what we knew is the beginnings of Blade. But he'd been doing this for years when we met him.
Right.
So the established aura of him already having villains and already having this mean streak and people already knowing Daywalker exists, we didn't have to go through all that. It was already understood.
Right.
So in the '90s, they didn't insult our intelligence with a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
Now it feels like they're explaining, like, look,
They trying to hold our
2,
damn
3.
hands and shit.
Like,
Yeah.
it's cool that you got this character to kind of explain the ins and outs of what's going on here, but don't play me like I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm lost, I'm lost. Cool.
I'll figure it out on the back end.
Yeah.
It's too many avenues for me to figure out what's going on once I'm done with this. Like it's okay.
Facts.
Just make the movie. Just make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got Walter Hands too. Like, nah, forget all that, bro. Listen, that's why Blade and most of our characters have been black. You know what I'm saying? I could have said Morpheus too, but I ain't want to.
You don't want to double dip in the Matrix.
Yeah. Listen, because all three of them got aura. Trinity.
Oh man, what?
Morpheus and Neo.
See, Trinity came into the movie with the aura.
Facts.
Neo had to find his.
Yeah.
Neo found his.
And then Morpheus walking around with his hands behind his back. I was doing that for school 2 years.
I think we all did. Shit, I still do that sometimes. Hey, bro, sometimes I stand outside my window looking in the front yard with my shit behind my back. It's just it feels good. This is mine. This is mine.
This is mine. This is mine.
Stay off my grass.
Hey, clearly.
Yeah, man.
I can tell clearly. If they didn't know,
That's it.
you know now. Clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Listen, if you are on audio and if you're also watching this on YouTube, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us this long.
Yep.
If you're on YouTube, hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we will for sure catch y'all next week. With that, it's episode 315. Anything we left for the people, Ralph?
Like we say at the end of every episode, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys for listening to the things that Johnny and myself like to talk about for this hour and some odd change. When you see the logo, the link, or these faces, make sure you share it, because OS is for the streets.
And with that, it's episode 315. Round of applause, baby. We out.
315.
Peace.